Hi there, welcome back to the channel to Exploring with Paul, where we bring you another Palestinian protest. Somewhere different today. We're in Manchester Cathedral, so let's take a look at this and see what happens with these lefties.
So we are going to be starting in a few minutes, but these are having to redirect down from the cathedral. Thank you for your patience with that. And take advantage while you're gathering around to sign up at the Greater Manchester Friends of Palestine stall, especially if you want to go and help to shut down Elbit in Shenstone on Tuesday the 27th. So let's have a lot of people signing up for those coaches. We took 5 coaches down a fortnight ago, and we had a fantastic march through the village and a fantastic turnout outside the factory. So let's do the same again. If you haven't already signed up, or you haven't looked at the stall today, it's right at the back under the trees behind you. And then when you've done that, please do make your way forward. We've got this fantastic square to ourselves, but my eyesight is fading and I can't see everybody over there. So please, come as far forward as you can so that you'll be able to hear all the speeches and so that we can get ourselves organised for setting off today. Today is part of the Booking.com week of action, and guess where we will be finishing? Booking.com. And I'll put a plug in now, repeat it later at 4 o'clock today in the Mechanics Institute on Princess Street, very near St Peter's Square. 4 o'clock today there is a community event which is going to display a lot of information about the settlements that the Israelis have imposed on former Palestinian villages, and Booking.com is now shamelessly letting properties in those illegal Israeli settlements. So let's have a very early call here. When I say boycott, you say booking. Boycott! 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 Okay, so just a few minutes to sort yourselves out, sign up to the stall and move forward if you can, and then we'll start with some speeches. Thank you.
No sign of Charlie Veach or Billy Moore yet, so hopefully they'll come along and we'll see what happens then. We might get some action.
been a lovely weather society.
Because you get preset. I know that's paying at one point. I saw it on the video.
Viva, viva! Viva, viva! Viva, viva! Viva, viva! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! So thank you everybody for coming again today. This is a week that has been big in the media as the 80th anniversary of VE Day. You would think it should have been a celebration of peace in Europe after the Second War, that it should have been some commemoration of the defeat of the fascists in that war. And you would have thought that there could have been some more messages for peace across the world. Instead, our government has basically spent its time warmongering. Our Prime Minister prancing about pretending to be Winston Churchill in front of the symbol of the British Empire, the Union Jack, putting Ukrainians at the front of parades for VE Day as soldiers in that war. Going and visiting, this is what Starmer did, going and visiting Leonardo's, the arms factory that supplies Israel, a factory that has been action taken against several times by Palestine Action, deservedly so. And where's Starmer rock up to promote his local elections and the concept of VE Day? Leonardo's, hobnobbing with the armaments. And then the report comes out this week that shows that the arms export licenses, do you remember these? We had 350 arms export licenses for Israeli firms going to arm Israel. And Labour, when it got into office, cancelled allegedly 30. But it turns out they didn't even do that. And the report this week describes their behaviour as misleading. I'm glad somebody said that first. Thank you, Bushra. Lying. That's what you and me call it. Lying. They lied. They said they would cancel some export licenses and they didn't even do that. Even the 30 they said they would. They are arming Israel and it's not in our name. And as the week has gone on, we've seen Starmer employing his or our RAF pilots to go and bomb Yemen. That is effectively a declaration of war by this country against Yemen, something they've never been to Parliament to get approval for what that might be worth. And they have bombed drone factories in Yemen. I wish they'd bombed some drone factories in this country. We can point them to a few of them, it would save us a lot of time. But instead, they pick on Yemen, the poorest, most war-torn country in the world, that has had the bravery to stand with Palestine and to keep turning yet another ship around in support of Palestine. Let's hear it for Yemen! And let's not hear it for Starmer and his gang. How much more do they need to see and hear? Well, for many weeks we've said there are no more words we can think of to use. There are no more images. The 50,000 dead in Gaza, the 10,000 more dead in the rubble, hundreds of thousands injured and hospitals targeted and bombed to pieces, journalists targeted, government workers has targeted Gaza, now being torn into strips by roads that are being built across it, as the greedy Israeli settlers line up on the border of Israel and Gaza, pointing out bits of land that they would like to go and settle in. These are the greedy bastards that Louis Theroux showed on his programme, that even our TV has managed to show. And there's a piece in The Guardian today by him saying how surprised he was by the reaction to that. It's worth a read. We know this already. We can see it. And it's not just the numbers, but the faces of the young children who are starving, whose bones are so thin and so brittle that they can hardly stand up and open the door of their bedroom to go to the bathroom in what's left of their housing. The tents that are probably made for 2 persons that are now holding 24 persons, and many of those children with no food and no water. What more do our government need to see or hear? What is wrong with them? Why can they not see what all the rest of us can see? That they are arming a genocide, that they are supporting Israel, that they have declared war themselves on Palestine, that they are the ones who are out of order with the International Criminal Court and the International Court of Justice. What more can we do? It is incredibly frustrating for all of us who are here. Repeatedly people ask, what more can we do? How can we go on? Demonstrating alone is not enough. We probably haven't stopped a bullet or a bomb despite the hundreds of demonstrations. We need to do more, and we have said all along we will do more. We've had weekly vigils in all of the areas around Greater Manchester. Let's have a cheer for Levenshulme and Whalley Range and Withington and Didsbury and Oldham and Ashton and Altrincham and all of those others, Longsight, that have been keeping going all this time. We've had consumer boycotts where people go into the supermarkets and stop the Israeli produce being sold there. Let's have a cheer for all those going in. It's a great piece of fun activity as well, but let's take that serious message. We do not want them stocking Israeli produce in our supermarkets. And we've had, most of all, direct action, especially by Palestine Action, together with the Oldham Peace and Justice Group, which closed down Elbit in Oldham. And that is why, as I said a minute ago, let's go and make sure we help the Shenstone people who are working every week to try and close down Elbit in Shenstone. And get on that coach on the 27th, sign up at the Greater Manchester Friends of Palestine stall at the back. And let's turn our practical action into some victories for us here in this country. Because we can't find these rotten, useless MPs who are supposed to be our representatives in government. I'm not going to repeat what an Irish band allegedly said recently. No, I'm not saying it. But we might want to kick some of these MPs. We might want to kick them out of their cosy chambers in Parliament and down the stairs and kick them out of office, because they are no use, and we need to go straight to the source and target those Israeli-friendly companies, target those banks, target those arms factories, and make sure that we directly, for ourselves, stop Israel now. And today in particular, we're going to hear some contributions about the week of action that we've been having against Booking.com. Boom, thank you. Boom to Booking.com. Booking.com occupies offices down in Spinningfields. We're going to march directly there along Deansgate and go down Key Street to get to Booking.com. We've been there a few times this week already. And they, disgracefully, are letting their holiday properties on the illegal Israeli settlements. This is so obvious. I mean, they're probably letting them elsewhere as well that we wouldn't be very happy with, but this is in breach of international law. This is a company that says it's following the law. This is a company that wants to give choice to anybody, wherever they want to have a holiday. Where is the choice for the Palestinians, whose villages and land were robbed, whose settlements have been built over by the Israelis? And Booking.com is now letting some of those properties to other people to go and have their own holidays on them, on stolen Palestinian land. Boycott! 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 some of our speakers for today. I hope you will give them a very warm reception, a rousing band of applause. And if you are at the back there, I hope you can hear. Can you wave if you're at the back and you can hear? Now, you're not waving enough. Come forward so that you can hear it even more clearly. Come and join us near in the front. Free, free! Free, free!
From Alice.
Hi everyone. This week is an international week of action, globalizing the call to stop booking apartheid. Those of you who are out on the streets of Manchester for Palestine every single week will know by now that Booking.com lists properties for rent on illegal Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank and Jerusalem. Booking.com spokesperson responded to their involvement in Israeli war crimes, and they said the following: "Our mission is to make it easier for everyone to experience the world, and as such, we believe it's not our place to decide where someone can or cannot travel." Booking.com claims to develop technology so people can explore a world outside of what they've always known. It wants to remove the ties and barriers that complicate the ability to enjoy the richness of different countries and cultures. Just as long as you're not Palestinian, of course. It's a whole different story then. If you're a Palestinian, Booking.com is working tirelessly to ensure that you can't even return to your own land. Doesn't matter if you were born there, nor does it matter how many generations have been on that land before you. If you're a Palestinian, Booking.com will upload a few fancy pictures of the land that was violently pulled from beneath your feet and advertise it on its website as a luxurious villa with an exotic desert view. If you're a Palestinian, Booking.com will launder profits from the war crimes committed against you by a Zionist occupation. Booking.com is a key player in the Zionist regime's plan to fragment the West Bank and deter any possibilities of a physically united Palestinian state. Illegal settlements like Ma'ale Adumim, which Booking.com promotes as a holiday destination, are strategically built in the center of the West Bank to separate Palestinian communities from one another. The same settlements that Booking.com advertises on their website are responsible for the settler violence inflicted upon the indigenous Palestinian people who the land truly belongs to. Now, as the Zionist regime has explicitly revealed its plans to occupy the entirety of Gaza, let this be a reminder that Booking.com is partnering with the settler colonial state of Israel to ethnically cleanse Palestinians from their land in the West Bank, whilst the Israeli genocide targets the Palestinians of Gaza. Booking.com is profiting from the Israeli war crimes that have been committed against the Palestinian people for 77 years now, the most brutal manifestation of which has been the genocide in Gaza. And this, of course, doesn't come as a great surprise to any of us here, but what we all need to take from this is that the urgency to take action against these companies that are bolstering the Zionist entity is greater than it has ever been. Lately, more than ever, I've been hearing from people that it feels like coverage from Gaza has decreased. And it doesn't come as much of a surprise when the very Palestinians who are our eyes into Gaza, be it journalists, academics, teenagers, mothers and fathers, doctors, all of these people are continuously being targeted. The coverage may have slowed down, but the massacres carried out by the Zionist entity are still escalating across Gaza. So I urge everyone to follow Palestinians from Gaza on social media platforms and raise their voice. Because it is Palestinians living and resisting against the occupation day in and day out that guide any global movement for Palestine, that guide any action that we take here in the Imperial West. We don't take action and mobilize as a mere symbolic gesture. We target these companies because they are part and parcel of the Zionist regime's strategy to expand its settler colony and to further dispossess and oppress the Palestinian people. But let it be clear that the Zionist regime is not untouchable. It can be struck through our collective action, and we know this because Manchester has proven it to us repeatedly. It has proven that when we commit ourselves to a cause greater than our individual selves, we hold the power to force the hands of these corporations that are participating in and profiting from the daily oppression of Palestinians carried out by the Zionist settlers all over occupied Palestine. AXA, Barclays, Puma, Fisher German, IO Associates, and even the manufacturers of death themselves, Albert's Oldham factory. All of these puppets of the Zionist entity were not immune to our commitment. They were not immune to our collective action. And it will be no different with Booking.com. Raise your voice to make it clear that occupied land is not a holiday destination. Make it clear that from the Galilee to the Negev desert, from the river to the sea, Palestine belongs to the Palestinian people and them only. Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! Hi everyone. It is now the 19th month of the genocide in Gaza. I want to say that again. We are now facing 19 months of uninterrupted genocide. When the genocide in Gaza started in October 2023, we thought that, like the other renditions of genocide and ethnic cleansing we had seen in Gaza, we will be pushing and shouting for at most 3 or 4 months. We did not think we'd still be here almost 2 years later. This is the world we are living in, where we have come out week after week, month after month, for almost 2 years. Let me repeat that again. 2 years. If your child was 2 years old when this genocide in Gaza started, they'll be entering grade 1 or 2 right now. That is how long we have been coming out to get into the thick hands, the murderous hands, the disgusting hands of our world leaders, that they could not sit back and watch as an entire population is decimated. I know that a lot of updates have come up every time we talked about Gaza. We saw Al-Ahli hospital destroyed, we were horrified. Then we saw the Indonesian hospital destroyed, we were horrified. We saw journalists burned alive, we were horrified. We saw people burned alive in tents, we were horrified. Well, there's a new horror now. It's quieter, but it's still there. And it's still terrible. And it has been happening for more than 70 days. When you open your news feeds and when you open your Instagrams to the updates from Gaza that you follow from your journalists, they're not talking about anything else. They're talking about the slow starvation of their people. You look at missiles dropping and dismembering people, burning them alive. You look at fathers carrying the pieces of their daughters in their hands because they couldn't find enough of her. You look at mothers holding their babies headless because missiles blew those heads off. And you think, what a cruel death. I'll tell you about a death more crueler. Imagine knowing that your friend, your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, someone close to you, because everyone in Gaza has lost someone close to them, died a quick death from one of Israel's missiles that we are arming right here in the UK, and thinking, what an enviable death, because you are dying another type of death. Your body is eating itself out from the inside because you don't have enough food. That is how cruel starvation as a weapon of war is. You see yourself wasting away day by day. You wake up in the morning and you see death staring at you in the face. Not because it's literally there, but because the minute you put up a mirror, you can see your skin gaunt against your cheekbones. You can see your eyes staring out of their sockets. You can see your limbs with not an ounce of fat on them. Spindles, sticks. Do you know what Rafa, a child in Gaza, said she wants back the most? She said she wants her hair back, because her hair is falling out, because she can't eat. She doesn't have food to eat. If you see the picture of Rafa, before Israel began deliberately starving people in Gaza 3 months ago, and if you see her right now, it's awful, it's disgusting, it's terrible. The light has gone from her eyes. She used to have this beautiful brown hair, all of it is out. That's what starvation is. It's a weapon. Don't let its quietness fool you. It's a weapon. And it's the worst weapon out there. The worst thing is that it's in slow motion. If anyone in power had had an ounce of empathy 3 months ago, corridors would have been open. And 8 trucks with food rotting inside them would have gone.
They feel frightened. They felt frightened. They felt frightened. They felt frightened. They felt frightened. Did you get arrested? You organised it. You organised it. You're paranoid. You're paranoid.
You are.
I'm not, mate.
You are.
I'm not the one getting arrested and then complaining about it. You couldn't tie a knot. You couldn't tie a knot. Tie a knot. Tie a knot.
You're going down for a long time.
Do it.
You're going down for a long time, you.
I had to get that in camera so that you look.
Yeah.
I know you got your own thing, but the more it's on.
Yeah.
He's a right little troublemaker, isn't he? He's got small man syndrome. He's got small man syndrome.
Not clever enough to get anyone arrested. Did I make that? Did I make that? Oh, I hate England. Hate you. You said that. You did, didn't you? Yeah. You don't like these guys around here. Not very educated, are you? Stop shouting at me. No, we tried everything.
Definitely got small man syndrome, this Scott.
Look at you losing it. Look at you losing it. Look, you've lost it. You've lost it. Look,
Years ago on your little Palestine quest. Go save Palestine, Scott. They'll kill you as soon as you get there.
Is that a threat?
They will kill you. They will do it for you. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. You'll be first
You're so
on their list.
uneducated. You're so uneducated.
You'll be tied to a chair and thrown off a building. Tied to a chair and thrown off the building. I'm gonna go soon. I've got all things to do.
You should audit your hair follicles.
You what?
I said you should audit your hair follicles.
All mouth, aren't you?
It's going crazy.
You're going on about me being bald. I don't care whether I'm bald, I like being bald. Guy's a fucking dick.
I'm sort of quite a bit off now, so I'm not kind of like.
Oh yeah.
They're just waiting to come and look at them there, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. They're not legal observers, they're little spies. Legal observers, my ass. Alright. Well, you think you can have a rise out of me because I'm bald?
No, why did you get triggered?
No, I don't get triggered, mate.
I didn't say to get a rise out of you at all. What's about?
I know what you're about, mate. Seen you on the videos before.
Yeah, it's going out exactly on editing.
Like it was last week.
Big area, giant.
Talking to? Don't fucking patronise me.
Oh, someone's triggered.
I'm fat. Lost it. Look at the state of it. Pathetic, mate. Pathetic. Pathetic.
Getting a bit triggered, isn't he? Getting a bit triggered.
Yeah, did we? Yeah, me. Yeah, I did that today. I think so.
It's kind of like.
Might be a false accusation, right? Yeah, I think so. You're the one getting arrested every week, bro. You're the one getting arrested every week. You're the one getting arrested. You're a criminal. Criminal, bro. Criminal. You're very criminal. Criminal is not good, bro. Get to the job. Get to the job. It's criminal.
I know. You just talk right to him, mate. He's triggered.
Yeah, but you don't know what the police are doing there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what they're cooking around. The little suits here. Weirdo.
Coming down and filming, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm made for, mate.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Film any way you want.
Me and my bald head.
Problem, just let me know.
No, I haven't got any problems, right?
Thank you. Just let me know after it.
Please let you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang around with it.
I'm sure you'll let the police know if there is.
He leaves his friends.
And make up lies. You always do. You picked a good day for it, didn't you? Lovely weather.
He's a criminal. He's a criminal. He's on bail. Well, I think you're in town now. They're on bail.
No, I wasn't. You were on stand up, mate. Scott. Where you get your information from this?
It's what I hear. It's what I hear, mate.
Yeah. All your little Palestinian friends are talking
Bail
about it.
conditions.
I'm gonna go.
I am. As soon as he gets that holiday.com place, I'm done.
Yeah. Pretty stupid, alright.
He doesn't know what I'm about yet, because he doesn't know me.
There's no point in like thinking, you know what
I just had to film it in interaction with you. I am exploring with Paul, but it's going to change to vlogging with Paul.
Exploring with Paul. I'll give you the shout.
Alright, thank you. First video I've done in 9 months.
Have you?
Are you Manny TV?
No, I've literally just started the channel today.
Oh right.
Oh, yeah.
I had 9 months off because my father passed away last year. So
I'm looking to buy these tonight, to be honest.
yeah, the bloody wicked.
Just
Under 600 quid. So you get the microphone for it as well. Anyway, nice to meet you, mate.
What's that guy going on about?
What's that?
What's that guy in the
I just wanted to know what my channel was, and he's only just starting as well.
Oh, is he friendly?
Yeah, it's nice.
You look like a bird tree.
He's trying to wind you up, isn't he? It's not working.
I know. Nothing at all.
He's not interested in it. All he wants is this. He's nowhere near it. He's nowhere near it. Hey, I'm here every week. You're not. I'm here every week because you're on bail conditions. You don't come.
He's not on bail.
What, to hear that you're on bail? I tell you who told me you were on bail conditions. That's who told me you were on bail conditions. Okay. When you pushed that bloke and got arrested, do you remember?
You mean when it was self-defence? When it was self-defence? Self-defence, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's when they told me you were on bail conditions. When you pushed that bloke last week. Yeah, when you got arrested, yeah. He released you because he didn't press charges, brain death. Hey, you clearly pushed him. Press charges, that's why you didn't get arrested.
They apologise, Scott.
Yeah, you're not very clever, are you, bro? Not very clever. Not very clever, are you, bro?
Yeah.
You didn't press charges, that's why you didn't get arrested, mate. You didn't press charges, that's why you didn't get arrested.
Yeah.
You didn't press charges. He let you off the hook.
Don't think so, Scott.
Yeah, I think so, mate.
I don't think so.
I know so.
There we go.
What? For assault? Because it does show assault.
Yeah.
It shows
your assault. Shows the assault. See a speech therapist.
Who? Me? Prove it! Not bad. I've just been called Nazi scum. What proof have you got that I'm a Nazi?
Just because you're white, mate, I think.
I'm against all wars.
Yeah, same here, mate. I think I met you at a previous protest. I was with,
Have you?
I was with Audit in Yorkshire.
Right, yeah, you met him done, yeah. He brought his bike with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, they had that other guy, he's no longer doing any videos now, something vlogs.
Joe Vlogs.
Joe Vlogs, yeah. It's like he's disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
This is my first video for 9 months. Yeah.
It's good to get out in it. You're always going to get some content down here, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, I wish I had a camera doing my job. I do security in the Arndale.
Oh, mate, yeah. Yeah, right. See it all there, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I think I'm getting some cracking content like yourself.
What's your channel?
Exploring with Paul.
Exploring with Paul.
I'm going to change the name of it because I don't do much exploring.
I've got an exploring channel. That's what I am, lately. People are doing abandoned buildings.
Yeah.
Abandoned landscapes.
Ah, abandoned landscapes.
Yeah. So, well, the company doing it.
Nice one.
I enjoy it, but it's hard to get out sometimes. Yeah.
I might do some paranormal as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that.
I did a place called Antwerp Mansion.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you something, the activity was off the charts. Fucking table tipping, fucking table tipping on its own.
Tell you what, it's Scott in it.
Yeah.
Always got content from it.
Yeah. Agent provocateur, as they call it.
I wasn't even going to do a video and then I noticed this. I thought, you know what, pull the camera. They showed themselves up for what they are. They're not for peace, they're here for agitating. They don't like being
Fool
filmed.
yourself again, you've embarrassed yourself again. Made a fool of yourself.
I don't know, I think it's the other way around, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah.
come every week, mate, come every week.
Yeah.
Come every week.
Well, I see them every week when you all attack YouTubers, don't you?
I'm going to go now.
We just film and then you lot attack and wave your flags in people's faces.
we attack
Yeah,
them now.
yeah, you do.
Like this guy who gets arrested.
Like paint on
We
buildings.
don't get arrested, he does, and you're saying we
Paint on buildings.
don't think so.
That's because of two-tier policing and you know it.
Try and work out what you're saying. Go on, say it again.
Because you're working with the police.
We're working with the police.
Everybody else gets arrested and you get off with it.
Yeah.
You're going down. Delusional. Delusional. Completely delusional. Completely.
Who's been smashing up?
Write a book about it. Write a book about it, but don't come down here spouting rubbish.
Who smashed the Barclays up, Scott?
See you later, you've embarrassed yourself. You fool.
Right guys, I think we'll wrap this one up and we'll have another video coming soon. I don't know what or of and I don't know when, but it'll be less than 9 months since the last one anyway, so exploring with Paul out.